Hey everyone, welcome to Maker Mornings with Meg. I'm Meg and this is LovenStamps Studio, and I have a retro project to share with you today. We're going to talk about colors. One of the most common questions I get is, or like complaints or comments or from stampers is, I don't know how to pick colors. I don't know what to put together or where to get my ideas from. And so we are going to lay that one to rest, and I have several sources for ideas for you on color selection. So the stamps that we're going to pick is one that has a lot of character because it's great for picking colors, and so that's going to be Tune In. And if you haven't seen this one yet, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a really great one right now too, with the June special and the special that is going, well, I guess it's just a couple more days. So there's a bundle special and you're not going to want to miss it. So we have the stamps, we have the dies, and we're going to pick some colors. So the first thing that I do when I am trying to decide what colors to pick, hey Joan, is to think a little bit about like the feel of the stamp set. And this one is super retro to me. So when I think about, it's almost like Googling in your own mind, like what are the connotations? What comes to mind when you see this stamp set? And for me, it is the TV that we had when I was growing up, and of course the goldenrod like carved carpet that was so popular at that time. So raise your hand if you had or saw or remember that goldenrod carpet. It was had like sort of like a cut design. Anyway, it was ubiquitous, and so this one comes to mind. So then I'm thinking, okay, so I definitely need that goldenrod color, which in Stampin' Up terms is crushed curry. And oh good, Sue said she was looking for this one. Hey everybody, Tanya and Trish. And so, oh yeah, we're getting all the thumbs up on the carpet, I think. And so what to go with this? So then my next favorite inspiration is to look for colors from designer series paper. And so what I did was I flipped through the catalog to see what our current designer series papers are. You could also look in the online store. It's a really great way to sort those things out or to see them all in one place. And the link is in the video description for that. And so then I look at those and decide like which ones have sort of that crushed curry kind of color in them and what goes well with it. And I didn't find one that was super like 60s, 70s in specifically, but then in my head I'm thinking, well, pumpkin pie and early espresso, that brown and that orange, those go really well with it. So what papers do I have that go with those? And I came up with, I'm going to switch my camera down here so you guys can see. And you're going to look at this and you're going to be like, that is not orange and brown. So where are you going, Meg? So let's look at this. All right, so here's where we are. So this is what I came up with, and I just figured like these oranges and yellows in here, even though this is a very like full color rainbow brights kind of paper, it's full of life. Here you can see it. These sections of this can be used for whatever I want. Now, if I wanted to do a sea card, there's a paper here that would be great for that. These colors sort of bring up the ocean or the sky, like grass and outdoors, trees. This one feels like watermelon to me, these two here. But this right here, this looked perfect for me. So here is the paper that I'm going to go with it. Now, the next part of our card here, oh, Joan says she had blue shag carpet, right? Yeah, I can remember that one too. The next thing is that in my paper packet, because I just store my papers like this, so this is the leftovers from projects I've been doing, I had these strips like this, and I thought, oh, well, that would be kind of fun for a layout. So we're going to go ahead and use this, and we're going to make this a front card here. I cut my layers in pumpkin pie and crushed curry. We're going to go ahead and we're going to score this right at the top so that this will layer around back, and then it's going to open like this, and then we get to see both sides of our paper. So we're making the most of our color scheme here, and so I'm going to score this at 5 1/4 inches, which means it should come over the front. Now remember to use your scoring blade and not your cutting blade when you're scoring here. And now we're going to go ahead and fold that over. All right. So let's bring this in here. And so our card is going to come together just like this. All right, so our colors are inspired by designer series paper, but also, you know, thinking about sort of what makes sense and what really comes to mind when we're thinking about like the images and so forth in a stamp set. So, all right, so next thing we're gonna do is let's go ahead and stick these pieces down since we're pretty well set on this design. So of course I'm gonna put some multi-purpose liquid glue on the back there and on the back there. I'm going to go ahead and stick this down, and then I'm just gonna double check it from the front and make sure that it's all straight and so forth before I let it grab. And then add a little more adhesive there. Oops, caught here. And layer this over the front. Okay. All right, are you guys feeling retro here? Oh yeah, Tanya says she remembers an RCA console TV and color TV just happening. That's so exciting, right? This is like retro day here on Maker Mornings with Meg. So, all right, so speaking of TV, let's get that going here. Now the next color here, I could have stamped the TV on white. I could have stamped the TV on one of these two colors, but I wanted to bring in one more color that sort of goes in these lines. And these are fabulous papers, this Full of Life, for looking at colors that are related to each other. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go kind of across here, and I'm gonna go down to this bottom end here, and Petal Pink is a great match for that part of this spectrum. So we have 2, 3, we could have gone here towards, you know, a greener color, but I really like the Petal Pink. So we're gonna bring this in here, and with our early espresso, so that we get our brown in, right? We wanna anchor our colors here. And this is a much better choice for this color palette to use early espresso as our dark neutral than something like basic black or basic gray, right? That just doesn't fit in this warm color family the same. Joan said she had a black and white TV and watched Elvis on the Ed Sullivan show. This is like remembering all the fun things. Yeah, I remember watching a lot of Captain Kangaroo. That was definitely one of my go-tos. All right, and then we're gonna need some basic white here because we need to do our television screen. So let's go ahead and pull in some of our dies. Remember, I love washi tape for sticking things down. And if you have overlooked this bundle, you're gonna wanna check it out again. It is on the special that runs for just a couple more days. Today's the 27th, so it expires the 30th. And let's see, we're gonna go ahead and stamp the little antenna thing, right? I remember like having to adjust the antenna on the top of the TV. Let's see, I'm gonna peel this back to make sure, there we go. I get that, that is not where I want it. There we go. And then this stamp set has some fabulous accessory pieces. So these here are dies that if you want to build the television without stamping it, you can do that. And let me, I think it's page 67 in here. Let me show you how that looks so that you can see how cool these dies are. Here you go. So this card right here, if it focuses, that one is the sort of build your own TV set. And actually, I think that they did this is designer series paper. Actually, it might be Full of Life. I'm not really sure, but that's like a cool watercolor paper. I have to flip through to figure out which one it is. Anyway, the other things that are included in here are these fun pieces here. And so I'm gonna grab, there's also little lightning bolts and so forth. And this is a super retro image. Sheriff John. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. Red light, green light, the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan show. Oh man. Yeah, rabbit ears, that's what they were called. Thanks, Leanne. Okay, so this one I'm gonna go ahead and cut from white. And this one I'm gonna cut from the metallic specialty paper. And when this first came out, I use it all the time. So I'll bring this back in case you don't remember it. It is 3 colors here. It is this copper, the gold, and then this really pretty color that it has a name and I always forget what it is. It's kind of purpley, kind of gray-y, but I find myself using this all the time. And when you die cut, this is my reminder to you, make sure that you trim a piece that's just the size that you need. Because if your plates are like mine, you can sort of damage the surface of the paper by just running this through your die cut machine all the time. And so I just cut off just the piece I need to kind of keep this. Now, The textured paper is actually super forgiving because it has texture already. But if you like the texture that's there and you want to have that be preserved, then you'll want to cut just what you need. So through the magic of television, get it? Do you get it? Okay, I was really proud of that this morning. Oh, sigh. Simple things, right? Okay, through the magic of television, I have all these pieces die cut, and let's go ahead and work on building some of our cards. So greetings here are really funny. Stay tuned for an important message. Now this one has multiples here. So there are a number of cards that have like a sort of triple fold kind of thing. This would be a great one to use for triple fold. Stay tuned, newsflash, happy birthday. Stay tuned, newsflash, you're super. So we're going to go ahead. We just have double layers here on our card. So we have stay tuned for an important message. And we're going to pop this on our television here. I'm just loving this set here. All right. Thanks, Tanya. I'm glad you like that one. Hey, Mary Ellen. Okay. And yes, Kelly, happy pre-Friday. So now we're going to take our TV and we're going to pop this down. And I need some dimensionals. And let's grab a couple of these here. And remember not to put them too far out to the edge because I want to make sure our TV stays. Okay, so this TV looks totally naked to me because it doesn't have its rabbit ears yet. So let's go ahead and put these on and pop this here. So now we have, oh, phew. Okay, we're much better off here with our TV now with our rabbit ears. And then when I am working with sort of things like this that need to have glue and be flat and tiny pieces, I really prefer to add the glue to the paper, not to the elements I'm gluing. That way I'm not having to handle the glue. The glue is already on the paper and will stay where I want it. And then let's put a couple of these little star elements on. Okay, so here I'm trying to decide whether these little embellishments from DSP are enough bling. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we need extra bling? Okay, and also I can't hold on to that. If you're trouble holding on to things, remember to just use your take your pick tool. It makes it so easy. All right, so do we think we have enough bling? Do we feel like we need a little more? Okay, you guys can comment on that and we'll decide at the very end. So let's go to the inside of our card now. And this time I'm gonna bring in some of our bright colors. I like the idea of using pumpkin pie here for our message so that it's just really bright and shiny. Sheen says the old telephone. Oh yeah, chat. Yes, I really like that Let's Chat one. That was a good set. Okay, so you're super. That would be a great one for colors based on the theme too, right? So we talked about picking colors just a little bit at the beginning, and my go-to color source is really Designer Series papers because they're all color matched and there's great variety. But I always start off by thinking about what the feel of the card is and if the stamp set itself dictates a color set, okay? I could also see this retro style would be really great with like a pink and a turquoise and a light green, sort of that, you know, more 50s-y kind of thing almost, or early 60s. But for late 60s and early 70s, I am all about the goldenrod. Although I guess we could make one based on the blue shag carpeting that somebody mentioned earlier. Oh, Tanya says she likes the amount of bling. Sue, usually pushing for the more bling route. Sue's good with it. I don't know. Okay, let me show you what I have for the bling, and then you guys can decide. So there's our card, and there's the inside there. You're super, and I love how this one little bit of bling here is available when you open the card. So what if I showed you these, which this is from a half package. These are the neutrals adhesive back sequins, and we have these gold sequins. Now, one of the things I love about these clear backed papers here is that you can actually use them. Since they're clear, you can really see what those elements are going to look like on your card. So I really like to kind of hold them up there and take a look. Those are kind of pretty, but I really think I like the gold. So, all right, I'm going with gold. I'm going with gold bling. I can't not add it. I don't know. It's maybe like my kryptonite here. So we're gonna go ahead and add a sequin down there. And Tanya says she thinks her vote and Sue's vote would have canceled each other out because Sue votes for more bling. All right, and I'm gonna put this one down here. So there we go. All right, so there, what do you guys think? I kind of like them. Oh, black dots for the TV knobs. Yes, that is a fun idea. Actually, we could put these brown sequins on here. These are really pretty too. Let's do this. 1 and 2. Fun idea, Terry. Okay, and they're right there in our color spectrum too. Hey, that's kind of cute actually. Like I like that a lot. What do you guys think? All right, so now we have stay tuned for an important message. You're super. Or, of course, lots of possibilities for this one. You could do happy birthday. You could do your classic. You could write something different. This one is kind of funny to me because this feels like a pixelated thing, which is more modern to me. But I don't remember like these kinds of pixels they're like a digital artifact. So they maybe wouldn't have been related to the TV. I remember like that screen that the TV station would show at night. After the TV station had gone off the air, it had like that strip of rainbow color or like black and white or something like that with like crosses and I don't know, they were like meant to align something. I don't even know what they were. Anyway, so lots of good possibilities in the stamp set. And of course you can stamp as much extra as you like in the background to decorate the inside of your card. You could add some of these little star things here. And I might do that if I was going to in the same color, like in the crushed curry, but stamp off first. So then you'd have this like lighter in the background behind or something like that. So, oh yes. Okay, you guys like the knobs, right? With the dots. Yeah, gold stars to Terry for that one there. So, all right, everybody. Well, I will go ahead and swap our camera back. I am super excited to share this card with you because I love things that are just retro themed and so forth. And in fact, I'm wearing like my retro sort of t-shirt dress here. Ta-da! Like fun just to be bright and cheerful and to say that color palettes really matter in putting together your whole project, in making sure that they bring out the most of the feel and the theme that you want. And I highly, highly recommend using the catalog or the online store to look at designer series papers and see what colors they're using. So something you may have missed actually, in the book, the designer series paper colors are listed. I know when the book first came out, I had a customer stamper who was saying she was really disappointed that the colors weren't there. And I'm like, oh, but they are. So let me show you this just in case you missed it. So at the bottom of this page, so this is like the 2-page spread, at the bottom of this page, that strip right there actually does show the colors for the whole suite. So they show what's included, which makes it really easy to go, oh look, pumpkin pie and crushed curry. They are in this suite. And so even though we're not using the other ones, they make a perfect card here when we add the early espresso to sort of do the Wayback Machine thing. So Tanya says she's a bright color person too, right? I mean, actually, my dress is very full of like color scheme today too. So, all right, everybody, happy pre-Friday. If you are a LovenStamps demonstrator, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for our LovenStamps Stamp and Share. Always a good time to get together. If you are a LovenStamps demonstrator and you don't know what I'm talking about, check your email from earlier this week. Or check our LovenStamps Facebook group. And if you are part of the Why Did I Buy This Maker Club, I look forward to seeing you today at 1 p.m. Central Time, noon Mountain Time, for our June Why Did I Buy This Maker Club session. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the Why Did I Buy This Maker Club, my friend Lindsay Mellon from Edmonton and I have teamed up. She runs a series called Why Did I Buy This, which is designed to like make sure we're using the stuff that we get and like figure out what you need. And like, you know, when you pull something out, you're like, why do I even have this thing? It answers all the questions. And then of course you guys watch Maker Mornings with Meg. So combining the makers and the Why Did I Buy This, we have a maker club that meets once a month. And you actually get a box or a package in the mail that includes like a little mini product share every month as part of your subscription. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in the video description here. And it is you could try and reach out. We could try and add you for June. But really, you'd be signing up for the July because maker boxes go out sort of mid-month, so that you have them in time for our live session that you can also watch later. So anyway, Maker Club details, link in the video description. And either way, the June special is going to end before I see you again. So watch out for making sure that you get your bundle orders in before that ends so that you can take advantage of that bonus 10% on bundles. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Happy pre-Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again on Tuesday. We'll be back for bonus days that start in July. So happy stamping, everybody. Bye-bye.